In the deadliest aerial assault since the beginning of the Russia-Ukraine war, Russian President Vladimir Putin unleashed a wave of 550 drones and missiles on Ukrainian territory Friday, striking the capital Kyiv just hours after a call with US President Donald Trump. According to Ukraine's Air Force, the attack involved 63 Shade 136-131 kamikaze drones, cruise missiles, and decoys designed to saturate and confuse Ukrainian air defense networks. It was the second major escalation in less than a week, with Moscow having launched a similar strike involving 537 aerial threats just days earlier. The timing of the latest bombardment, coinciding almost exactly with media reports of the Putin-Trump phone call, did not go unnoticed by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, who posted on X. The first air raid alerts in our cities and regions yesterday began to blare almost simultaneously with media reports discussing a phone call between President Trump and Putin. The city of Kyiv bore the brunt of the coordinated overnight onslaught. At least 23 people were injured, including 14 hospitalized, as debris from intercepted drones ignited fires in residential buildings and a medical facility in the Holosiyivsky district. Kyiv Mayor Vitaly Klitschko confirmed that 6 of the capital's 10 districts reported structural damage. Intelligence reports indicate that Russia deployed a blend of advanced missiles, likely including Kh-101 cruise missiles and Iskander-M ballistic missiles, launched in multiple waves over an 8-hour period. Ukrainian officials said they managed to shoot down 270 targets, including 2 cruise missiles, using Patriot PAC-3 systems, NASAMS, IRIS-T, and S-300 systems. However, 208 drones and missiles were lost from radar and presumed jammed by Russian electronic warfare systems, a growing vulnerability in Ukraine's defensive grid. Russia successfully struck 8 strategic targets, including railway hubs, power substations, and air defense radar sites, despite Kyiv's multi-layered air defense shield. Zelensky has repeatedly warned that Ukraine's air defense capabilities are overstretched. The US earlier this week paused several weapons shipments, including Patriot missiles and NASAMS interceptors, prompting fears in Kyiv that the capital and other cities are increasingly exposed to Russian air superiority.
We're running out of interceptors. If we continue losing 200-plus targets in every barrage, it's only a matter of time before critical infrastructure collapses.
Railway operator Ukrzaliznytsia reported that missile fragments damaged key rail infrastructure in Kyiv, forcing train delays and emergency reroutes, disrupting both civilian transport and military logistics. The air raid came just as Donald Trump held a long-anticipated phone conversation with Putin. Although Trump told reporters the call yielded no progress at all toward ending the war, many in Kyiv viewed the timing of the strike as a calculated signal from the Kremlin. In Moscow, the Kremlin reiterated that it would continue to push for addressing the root causes of the war, rhetoric often interpreted as a demand for NATO's rollback and Western disengagement from Ukraine. Putin, now emboldened by battlefield gains and Ukrainian resource fatigue, has doubled down on long-range strikes. Analysts suggest the Kremlin is pursuing a strategy of overwhelming Ukraine's layered defenses by volume, exploiting gaps in US resupply and exploiting the limits of Western defensive systems.
ничего, спасибо.